So most people are using emotions and feelings in an interchangeable way, and from my understanding, what I've been reading, they're actually not the same. The difference is that they're managed very differently, and they can change the way that we deal with stress and conflict and relationships. So, the difference between emotions and feelings: emotions are instinctual. They come from the instinctual layer of the brain, which is technically the reptilian brain, but the book is saying that it's the midbrain. But I think they originate in the reptilian brain, but maybe it's managed by the midbrain. It's raw, it's automatic, it's what you feel when you see something bad or stressful happening. That is an emotion. I want you to think about fear, sadness. We share these with animals also. Animals have emotions. They arise fast, often without you even knowing or even recognizing them. They often can overwhelm us when we are not in a space where we understand how to manage them. And feelings, on the other hand, they're originating from the mental field of our ego structure. And so they're human specific, meaning that they come from the rational mind. We haven't talked about the transrational, the rational, and the pre-rational aspects of the mind, but they are very human specific because it's about how you think about a specific situation. Feelings essentially reflect how we interpret what is going on around us: jealousy, envy, resentment. It's those sort of bitter, negative thoughts that kind of accumulate in your mind. And so these are sort of judgments, again, about what's going on around you, the events, the people, the situations that take place around us. Now, I think this is important to understand because, sorry, I'm going to adjust this. I think this is important to understand because how we think about something is essentially what determines how we feel about that thing. So, for example, let's say you invited somebody to lunch to talk about an emotional topic, something that was really touching to you. And then they show up late, or they don't show up at all, or they cancel on you. And you feel rejected. But if you think that they're caught up in something important, as in they maybe have their own thing, then you're going to feel a little bit more understanding. So it's the same event, right? You ask somebody to do something for you to help you out, and then one side of you is going to think they don't care about me, so you're going to feel rejected. The other side's going to be like, oh, they might have had something that came up, and so then you're going to have a little bit more understanding. It's the same event, but it's just different thoughts. And so there's a different feeling there. How do we manage those emotions? How do we manage those feelings? To manage emotion, we have to let it pass through without fighting. Not attaching, not resisting, not rejecting it. We got to observe it. We got to let them pass from the soul. We have to breathe in the witness and breathe out the experience. We don't repress them, because if we repress those things, they're going to store in our body as illness. And we can't explode either, because then you'll lose your job or something important. We just need to be the witness. We need to witness and observe and be aware of those feelings and allow them to just pass on through. Not necessarily act on them. Letting them pass through does not mean I'm acting on it. To manage your feelings, we need to start thinking differently. We need to challenge our interpretations. We need to challenge the story and change the story in our own minds. We have to heal one feeling, and then it has sort of this domino effect, this cluster effect of healing others also. So this is super important because I think we are consistently moving through our inner experiences, and sometimes we just don't know how to manage it. We were just never taught. And when we don't understand what's happening on the inside of us, we sort of project what's going on inside of us onto other people. And when we do understand what's going on inside of us, we actually grow spiritually. So there's obviously a lot of positives in knowing the difference between these two. This is just a quick video. This is day 15 of me being spiritualized, and I thought this is probably some pretty important stuff. Understanding the difference between our emotions and our feelings. Much love to you guys.